reassured them, speaking kindly to them.
Thank you. That was such a dramatic reading. I liked it. That was wow-wee.
That's why I have to read it.
I'm like, wow-wee. All right. So, am I on? I don't even know. I'm on. Okay. So, I bolded this because this is the JPS translation. But if you were to translate it, like direct translation, still in a quote, because translation is still translation, right? The idea would be he comforted them and spoke to their hearts. But JPS says he reassured them, speaking kindly to them. A little different. So why? What do we think that difference is? And what does it mean that Joseph spoke kindly to his brothers if that's the way that we are going to go? Mary, would you read Rashi? We're just going to go down the line.
Spoke to their hearts, convincing words. Before you came down here, they, the Egyptians, were spreading rumors about me that I was a slave. Through you, it became known that I am a free man. Now, if I kill you, what will people say? He, Joseph, saw a group of young men and glorified himself through them by saying, "They are my brothers." At the end, he killed them. Is there such a thing as a brother who kills his brothers?
Right, so Joseph is saying, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to get called out on this. Right? I'm in a good spot right now. We're going to stick with where it is. I'm not going to kill my brothers. So Rashi continues. What do we know about spoke to their hearts?
If 10 candles could not extinguish one candle, how can one candle extinguish 10 candles?
So if we think about it, right? The brothers tried to kill him. How could one then kill all the brothers? Right? So Rashi is quite cryptic, right? So what does this actually mean? And how do we understand it? So I don't know if this is exactly what it means, but this is what my understanding is about how this matters to us and where we are. Do you want to go down, whoever?
I just sometimes like to read your own words.
I know, it's okay. I'll let somebody else read my own words. I just got called out on that one. All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't know if I can do it justice.
You're fine, I promise.
Okay. Many times our fears, preconceived notions, or anger keep us from hearing what someone else has to say. Joseph has to make sure that he reaches in and touches them so that they can really hear what he is saying. Sure, he starts out by saying, "You really meant to do some bad things," but then he explains his position now. Joseph is also letting them know that he recognizes there is only so much he can do, that it is really in God's hands. With all that said, we should take a note from Joseph and recognize that while we don't always understand the reasoning behind events, that it is our responsibility to make sure we act justly and try to comfort others with our words.
Right, so it's not just to say, no, I won't kill you. He's got to keep going, and he's got to reassure them, and he has to convince them to show, I really am doing what's just, and at the same time, this is God's will. There's only so much that we can do. So no matter what's going on in the world, which, there's only a little bit happening in the world right now, right? And we may not understand why things are happening, but that doesn't mean we sit back and we throw up our hands. It means we still jump in, we still do what we can, but we have to act justly and try to comfort others in whatever way that we can. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. So come close. Kandra's going to chant this section of text, so of course you can follow along as he lands Torah. Blessings are on page 250, and we'll share in a communal blessing.
Yam tu Keilat Beth-El.
Come closer, everyone. Don't be shy. Baruch hu et Adonai havarach.
Baruch Adonai mevarach leolam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai havarach leolam va'ed. Baruch ata Adonai Eloheinu melech olam, asher bachar banu mikol hamim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch ata Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen, amen. Vayelechu gam echav, vaypelu lefanav, vayomru hinenu lecha halavadim, vayomer alehem Yosef al tira'u. כי התחת אלוהים אני. ואתם חשבתם עלי רעה, אלוהים חשב בך לטובה, למען עשה. כיום הזה להחיות עם רב, ועתה אל תיראו, אנוכי אכלכל איתכם ואטבחם, וינחם אותם, וידבר על ליבם.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chayei olam nata betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. And we completed the book of Genesis, so this is the time when we say together, Chazak, Chazak, V'nit Chazek. Strength, strength, and let us be strengthened.
Amen. And in the presence of Torah, we offer prayers of healing for those who face the future and not fully whole. Mishaberach Avotenu Abraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov v'Imotenu Saraf Kalei Avrachel. May the one who blessed our ancestors before us bring strength to all those who struggle against sickness and wholeness to all those who long to be healed. I invite you, if you would like to, put your hands on our Torah, our Itzei Chaim. They're brand new. They're brand new. Yes, or put your hands on someone who is touching Torah so that we can all be in Torah's presence. Don't be shy. Come close. Come close. Okay. And I invite you to think about those in your own life in need of healing. Close your eyes if you wish and picture them. Whisper their names out loud. We're strengthened by each other's presence, and we link the prayers that are in our hearts, offering prayers as well for those in our larger congregational community, those listed on our healing list, and we extend those prayers further to all those in Los Angeles and the Los Angeles area who are struggling and facing so much loss in the face of wildfires, all those in Israel who continue to struggle and pray for peace, all those in the world in need of healing. As we turn to page 253, if you need the words, as we share in our prayer for healing. Mishaberach.
Mishaberach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishaberach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
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 On page 252, we get ready to lift our Torah high. Rabbi Yergin is back in her role as our consummate Hagba'it, I don't know, as we lift our Torah high. And if you're sitting and you're able, please rise in honor of the Torah.
וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל, על פי אדוני ביד משה. תוך toka, 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 siva lanu Moshe. Toka, 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 siva lanu Moshe. Torah tziva lanu Moshe. Torah tziva lanu Moshe. Torah tziva lanu Moshe. Torah tziva lanu Moshe. We turn to page 256 as the Torah is returned to the ark. Eitz Chaim Chi Lama Chazikim Pa V'tomchecha Me'ushar Derachecha Darchei Noam V'chol Netivotecha Shalom Hashivenu Adonai Elecha v'nashuva Chadesh, Chadesh Yameinu Chadesh Yameinu Kekedem.
We continue with Aleinu, page 283.
Aleinu leshabeach ladon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שהוא שם חלקנו לאחד את שמו, וכוח עלינו להמליך מלכותו, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
You may be seated. We turn to page 291 for our memorial meditation, a meditation by Rabbi Richard Levy. It is hard to sing of oneness when the world is not complete, when those who once brought wholeness to our life have gone and naught but memory can fill the emptiness their passing leaves behind. But memory can tell us only what we were, in company with those we loved. It cannot help us find what each of us alone must now become, yet no one is really alone. Those who live no more echo still within our thoughts and words, and what they did is part of what we have become. We do best homage to our dead when we live our lives more fully, even in the shadow of our loss. For each of our lives is worth the life of the whole world, and each one is the breath of the ultimate one. In affirming the one, we affirm the worth of each one, whose life now ended, brought us closer to the source of life, in whose unity no one is alone, and every life finds purpose. As we think of those who have died at this time in years past, we mark their yahrzeits and remember them. Shuri Abrams, Rodolfo Alanis Applebaum, David Alexander, William Alterman, Arlene Arriaga, A. Melvin August, Maury Beichman, Nancy Berkman, Mary Ellen Blackard, Alphonse Block, Jack Bronstein, Cyril A. Brown, Lawrence Lee Brown Sr., Gerald Jerry Carduner, Malcolm Cohen, Frank Cook, Sylvia Cottrell, Evelyn Eisenberg, Erna Epstein, Moises Isaac Feiner, Willa Martha Fields, Mervyn Finesilver, Aaron Forland, Sis Friedman, Daniel Garza, Audrey Given, Ingrid Glennon, Jack Gold, Barry Gornick, James Gottsman, Byron Halstead, Shirley Halperin, Benjamin F. Harris, Len Hopp, Joe Karotkin, Beatrice Klein, Evelyn Koenig, Philip Leon, Sidney Levine, Max Mendlowitz, Hannah Levy Massacre, Lola Netter, Zelda Planta Novi, Jesse Orrell, Jorge Placeres Madrid, Miriam Pullman, Marlene Richmond, Sadie Rosenthal, Max Sherman, Ernest A. Simon, Max Solomon, Werner Spanier, Lizette Temple, Cloney Thompson, Haiti Weinstein, Carolyn West, Elaine Pudd Westheimer, Jean White, Matilde Wolf, and Daniel Wright. To these names, we add the names of those who've been laid to their eternal rest the past 30 days, whose family and friends are in a mourning period of Shloshim. We remember Iris Simon Rubin, Scott Morganlander, and Arkady Grinman. We also think of one who is laid to her eternal rest this week, whose family and friends are in a mourning period of Shiva. We remember Darlene Lest, wife of Sidney J. Lest, mother of Robert and Beverly, and Marshall and Leslie, grandmother of Yossi, Ezra, and Sela. To all of these names, we add those which are in our hearts each and every day, as we rise together as one community for Kaddish Yatom on page 294. Yitz Gadal v'yitz Kadash Shemei Rabbah, Be'alma divrach Hirutei v'yamlich Malchutei, B'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala u'v'izman kariv v'imru, Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah Mevarach Le'olam Ulmei Almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yithaleh v'yithalal Shemei d'Kudashah B'richu, La'ela mikol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru, Amen. Yehi Shlama Rabba min Shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, u'ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, Amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us, to all Israel, to all the world, to which we say, Amen.
Our closing song is Od Yavo Shalom on page 353. Please join us after services in the stall gallery for kiddush and motzi and some light refreshments. We spied a few cookies last night already for us here. And then if you're staying to continue to study with our scholar, Ori Feinberg, we will be in Bar Shop C, which is on the second half, but towards the right, if you're facing in, for lunch and a continued program.
Od yavo shalom aleinu, Od yavo shalom aleinu, Od yavo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam. Od yavo shalom aleinu, Od yavo shalom aleinu, Od yavo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam shalom. Salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam shalom. Od yavo shalom aleinu, Od yavo shalom aleinu, Od yavo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam. Od yavo shalom aleinu, Od yavo shalom aleinu, Od yavo shalom aleinu ve'al kulam. Salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Salam shalom. Salam aleinu ve'al kol ha'olam. Shalom. Od yavo shalom aleinu. Od yavo shalom aleinu. Od yavo shalom aleinu. Ve'al kulam.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.